Hi and welcome back. So today we're going to be doing a review on the Modern Witch Tarot deck, and this one's by Lisa Sterle. I picked this up a couple months ago and I think it's absolutely adorable. The illustrations on it are very similar to the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So it's kind of the same basic concept. But her take on them, there's a lot of really fun additions that she's put into it, and also just I love the LGBTQ. I love that it has women of color. I love that it's really well thought out for, you know, just any reader starting out. And that's how I'm going to be doing the readings. I'm going to do just from the guide itself on the back of the book. Not all of these have this, but this one definitely is amazing because it does have a little spread. So we're going to do this as a beginner, and I'm going to lay out the spread, and then we're going to read the definitions and see what your take is from it too. That's how we learn tarot, is it's your intuition, it's what it means to you. So a little bit about this. It was released in November of 2019. The dimensions of the deck are 3.5 by 5, so that's pretty standard. The only thing for me is that the deck's thickness is 2.5 inches. So depending on how big your hands are, mine aren't giant, they're normal kind of hands, I guess. It is hard to like shuffle down old school like this because they're also a little stiff. So how I originally shuffled them when I got them out of the box is I mixed them, did the swirl, mixed them all up. Depends also on if you read right side up or if you read reversals or whatever your preference is on that. Personally, I don't generally like to read reversals unless it's a personal reading for me, because I can gain my insight from them. I'm not hugely on reversals. There is one deck that I have that it's quite involved. So it's got day, night, forward, back, up, and down. So it's basically from each card, it's this way, is it, and it's got a back one, so it's like the tarot from behind. But anyways, we're talking about this one right now. And so I love the full. Here's the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Here's this one. I love how it has the city in the background. Sun is shining bright. She looks fabulous. She's got her music. She's got that I don't give an F attitude. And it's just her card, the illustrations, and just, it's just wonderful. I really love it. I like the 8 of Cups. She's like in full hiking gear, so she's getting the F out of there and leaving it all behind. And I really love the color scheme of it. I love just the modernization of the definition, you know, the different pictures on the cards. She just did an amazing job with it. I love how badass she's made the women in here. That's the Chariot card. It's just a great little deck. Well, I shouldn't say little, it's big. This book that it came with is like my favorite out of all the decks that I have. It is my favorite book because I think she calls it the little white book. And I'm going to read the forward, and I'm going to read the introduction of all these because I think that the creator's voice needs to be heard. Especially, it would help too, like, if you kind of get an idea of what the meaning of the deck and what its intention was when it was created. It will kind of help you decide if it's right for you. So let me go ahead and start with reading her forward and then her introduction. And then I'm going to do a very quick little reading in the back from one of the spreads that she has provided, and just look up definitions, just like as if I was just opening up this deck from day one and I don't know anything. That's how I'm going to be doing all of the decks. So that being said, I have I have some experience with this, but this is a review for people who have never experienced this. So I'm going to give you a very fresh insight and look at the decks as someone who has never come across the deck before. So I will be doing I was going to do that one. I might just do a past, present, and future. I think I'm going to do the past, present, future, just the 3-card spread to start off with. And so let's just dive right into this forward. So I'll tell you the reason why I bought this deck after I read this, because it kind of will explain why. So this is by Vita Ayala. And she says, the universe has been a large, mysterious place. Whether water, bones, or tarot, throughout history, humans have used various forms of divination to attempt to understand the world around them. Witches, like divination, can be found across all cultures. They are holders of wisdom and paranormal power, and tarot is often associated with them. In centuries past, these powerful femme people were revered and sought out for their knowledge about both the natural and supernatural. They were the healers in the respected council of commoners and royals alike. And this is why I also want to include divination in my practice. It's very important because you're missing out if you're not into it. I really think that you're missing out a lot on what you can find out about yourself. Anyways, back to this, sorry. It says, modern witchcraft in many ways has become a refuge for the disenfranchised. Tarot is a way to explore oneself as much as the world. For many people of color, LGBTQ+ people, and femme folks, it can be a way of retaking power. It can be a way of connecting with a part of themselves that they didn't even know they were cut off from, and seeking answers to questions they previously were afraid to ask. Lisa Sterl is both an amazing artist and an amazingly kind, insightful person. Through her work, she has helped hundreds of people to connect with the magical space that is made of imagination and insight. What you are holding in your hands is a beautiful example of love and respect for tarot. Here you will find yourself and those you love, all represented as the complex, powerful beings that you are. Young, middle-aged, old, femme, androgynous, masculine, black, brown, white. You'll find artists, scholars, and fighters, warnings and celebrations, and most importantly, enlightenment. This set is perfect for those who are well practiced in the art of reading tarot, or those who are seeking wisdom in the cards for the first time. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, visualize that which you seek. The answers are waiting for you. Blessed be, Vita Ayala. And then the introduction, and this is written by Lisa herself. It all started with the 10 of Swords. I was a few years into a dead-end design job that was slowly draining my creativity, my passion for art, my general faith in humanity. One particular terrible day, I was feeling my absolute lowest, doubting myself and the path I'd taken. I didn't know how to escape my situation, and all options seemed equally terrifying and awful. Through luck or fate, I was somehow reminded of the 10 of Swords. I flipped through my deck, and there I was staring at this card and feeling it in my bones. I made the very first illustration of the Modern Witch Tarot deck that day when everything is fine was a thing I had been telling myself for a long time. My self-esteem and perceived artistic worth was at an absolute bottom when I drew that illustration. Then, unbelievably, that image resonated with people. It resonated with a lot of people, more than any other piece of art I had ever made. I realized then that through my pain and misery, I had finally arrived somewhere on the other side. My wish is that you can turn to this deck for answers or for guidance. When you are feeling absolutely awful or full of love and joy, I hope that these cards can be a tool for you to work through pain or to grow or to understand your choices or solidify some spark of inspiration. I hope that you too can find the path you need to take. Lisa. So, and this is the card she was talking about, the everything. And I love, this is why I got this deck, is because of this card, because it really, really resonated with me. And she's just laying there looking at her phone, and she is just full of the Ten of Swords is a completion. Like, you're done with all of the bullshit. Like, you have been through hell. You were stabbed. You lay down. Just lay down. You're done. So I just, yeah, everything is fine, but you just can stay in this if you don't work on it. So this deck spoke to me because of this card, and I really liked it for that reason. So, what else you need to know about this deck is that this little book is great. This is one of my favorite. A lot of decks come with little books like this. Hers is hardcovered, which is really, really nice. Pages are, you know, they're gray and white, so I mean, they don't jump out at you, but the only thing I don't like about this book is that it's a little small, and I'm getting a little older, so I read it like that. But all the other books are like that as well. So it's, well, actually you can see between that and the Rider-Waite-Smith decks, the print is a little bit bigger in that. So it's not a huge thing. But I just love that in her definitions of the cards and everything, she's got really amazing things to say in her take on the definitions of the different cards. And you know, she's got some really good advice, like the Nine of Swords. You know, the Nine of Swords here. I'll read the Ten of Swords because I have it right here, so you can understand where I'm coming from as far as her her illustrations and just her take on the different feelings and sentiments that the card's supposed to deliver. Everything is fine. It's fine. Really? Sure. You've been completely pierced through with 10 sharp swords, and you're collapsed into a ball on the floor. You're struggling, just trying to survive as the weight grows ever heavier. You're going through something truly soul-crushing, and it feels like your world is ending. Every moment hurts, and sometimes only a meaningless distraction feels like it'll help. But the pain will end, and you will come out stronger having survived it. So I just, yeah. So that's what spoke to me with this. So this is her little white book. I like that she calls it that. And then in the book, like I said, she's got the definitions. The major arcana definitions also have like the reversal insight ones. And then in the back, she's got directions on how to read the tarot. And then she's got her spreads. She's got like some advanced ones, and she's got the beginning ones, and that's the wheel. It does have a little bit of a witchy theme, which is really nice. It celebrates the different, like Yule, the different stations of the year, different seasons. So it's got Yule, Imbolc, Ostara, Beltane, Letha, Lammas. Did I say that right? I don't know. Mabon, and Sami. I used to know how to say, it looks like it says Samhain. That's what it, I don't even know if I'm still saying it right, but here we are. So I'm going to do just a little past, present, future on this, and that way you can see how the cards move. There is also an additional Ten of Swords. It doesn't say everything is fine. If you want to, you can put this additional card in the deck, or not, you can leave it out. She also has an extra card in the deck that I thought was really amazing. And I think I'm not going to leave it in this one, but I generally do leave it in. So when I'm doing my own readings, it's a nice little reminder. It says, you are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find the path to your best self. So let's take a look. So I don't know how all of you do it. I say a little prayer before I read, and I've already said the prayer. I've saged my cards. I have shuffled the deck. So I'm going to pull 3 cards, past, present, future. Actually, I'll do a 4-1. We'll do the advice as well. So past, present, future, and since we are at January 7th, today is my brother's birthday. Happy birthday. And we are reading for the sign of Capricorn. So I think what I'm going to do for this one, I'm going to go ahead and just cut the deck. Now we're going to draw past, and I'm going to read this all upright. Present, future, and advice. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands as our past, we have the Ten of Swords as our present, Justice as our future, and the advice from Spirit is the Ace of Cups. So you can take your book, and you're going to look at Four of Wands. And like I said, everybody interprets their cards a little differently. So that's why I'm going straight from the book, because this is where we all start anyways. This is where we all learn what the general consensus of the meanings of each card is. Like, I guess that's where we get our keywords. But when you look at the card, you're going to want to try and get a really good picture of everything that's going on in the card and just see how it speaks to you. And that is one of the things that it's nice to hear, that it's how you see it. It's how you look at it as a reader for yourself or for others, is how you look at the cards. So the Four of Wands, this one is, the garden is growing luxuriously, and these two have wandered far away from their stress and planning to have a little fun. It might be a surprise, but you've got some good times on the horizon. Take a break from your hard work and pull all of your energy into treating yourself. So this is also considered the wedding card. So it's a happy card, and you can see they're happy, enjoying their day, chilling. It's a foundation, so this might be the foundation of their relationship. So they're celebrating being together. So in the Four of Wands, so it was the past. You've had a happy past. Currently, you're going through some Ten of Swords shit. So we read the Ten of Swords, and we already know what that one's about. And right now, you're just done. You're just done. It's not fine. You make it look fine, but clearly there is something going on that you need to address. So now we're going to go to our Justice card. And our Justice card is a major arcana, and it is number 11. And it says, the choices we make shape who we are. Justice, contemplative in her bright red robe coat, holds the high sword of choice. She does not treat her task lightly. The balance scales indicate that she is just weighing all the options before her. Justice seeks to uncover deep understanding of moral and ethical truths. Once she's found the right path, she's ready to take action and use that sword. So Justice, for me, was, okay, you in the past, you're in a very happy place. Right now, it's not working out, but it looks like you're going to give it another chance. So it says you have to take responsibility for every choice you make. If you drift through life without examining your choices, what they say about you and your values, you'll never be truly self-aware. So right now she's found her path. She knows what she wants to do. She's gonna head that way. And let's take a look at the outcome of this. So you made a decision. You waited out. And for the outcome, for the advice from Spirit, we have Ace of Cups. Let's see. There we go. Ace of Cups. Something beautiful and full of love has just begun. Your cup is so full it spills out into a pool below. You'll feel yourself filled with radiant positivity, happiness, and joy. Be receptive. You've been blessed with life-giving love. So welcome all your new endeavors. So it looks like something had a falling out, and then you just had to just weigh out the options that you had before you, and the path that you take, Capricorn, is going to lead you to this beautiful Ace of Cups. So not too many reading, and I hope you enjoyed that. A little review of the Modern Witch Tarot. So I really enjoy this deck. I hope you will as well. I'm going to go ahead and take the opportunity to show you also the next reason why I picked this deck is because it has this great journal with it, and this is a game changer. If you are trying to learn tarot, if you're interested at all in it, and you're looking to buy cards, and start this. It has been the most complete tarot journal I have seen. So I'm going to read the foreword and the introduction to this. The pages of this is not a hardcover, but it's one of those like really thick covers. It has 256 pages. It is 6 by 6 by 8 by 7, and this was released in November 2020, and I have not used it yet because I'm going to use it with you guys. I'm going to start using it today. So you have, this is great. I'll do that. It has the card meanings. So what it does, it doesn't give you card meanings. She wants you to figure them out when you look at the cards. So she gives you spaces on what you're looking at, like how you see it. It's got keywords, correspondence, reflections, and like if you see it in reverse, like what your take on it as a reversal is. And then it also has, just with your other decks, you can put the cards and the meanings that you have from your other decks. It also has a place to record all of your tarot readings. So you can see where you started, where you're coming from, you know, where you're going. And it's just, it is a great tarot journal. It is so inclusive, just like her deck. And I love it. I really love it. She has space for you to invent your own spreads. So it really, really helps you grow as a reader. And I just think it's just an amazing book. It is, I mean, so much goes into this book, and you can really, I'm really excited, and I'm definitely going to start updating. As I use this, I'm going to show this. It even has a wish list for tarot decks that are coming out. It has a place for you to put all of the inventory of your decks. It has a place for your tarot books. The illustrations on it are really beautiful as well. It even has a place where you can start your own tarot card community, and then you get to write down the events and dates and locations and what you learned and what you got, and it's just really, really great. It shows you who read for you, so when we get to those readers that I really, really like, I'm actually going to start doing that. I'm going to start writing down the readers that I love in here, so I can easily share them with you. Even if you like meet up people that you want to do tarot with, it has like their contact info. It has everything. I really, really love this journal. Oh, I forgot to talk about prices. So, I got this, but it was on sale, I want to say, for like like $19.99 or 20, something like that. And I got it from Amazon. And the journal right now, I believe, is selling for like right around 18 bucks. But totally great investment. I'm so excited to use this as well. So it's just, okay, I have to read the foreword of this too, I'm sorry. Hello again, Modern Witches. I'm so thrilled to bring you this tarot journal to help you on your journey towards fulfillment, strength, and joy. Since I started releasing tarot card artwork online over 3 years ago, I have been met with groundswell of support and love from the tarot community. I'm so happy to have an opportunity to give back in another way. To the tarot folks who have encouraged me to keep going, that's why our readers are so important. To me, tarot has always been a source of comfort and satisfaction, a chance to think intuitively, to dig deep for inner wisdom, and to strengthen the magic within ourselves. Through tarot, we search for meaning and connections and attempt to make sense of what can feel like a random chaos of the world. We take the blindfolds off and attune ourselves to the workings of the universe and how it connects to us as individuals. It's so easy to fall into the old habits of living each day routinely and without time to meditate and reflect, but it is the very practice that enables us to become better humans, both to ourselves and to others. With this journal, I hope the process of reflection and contemplation becomes a consistent practice for you. Here you will find the advice and guidance to understanding tarot and how it can work best for you. As discovering and developing your own personal approach to tarot is exciting, so read on, get your cards ready, and start your tarot journey. And then the introduction is, I like her pixie tails. I used to wear my hair like that. This is not a guidebook, at least not in the traditional sense. It is far more than that. A teacher once told me, a non-tarot subject. If I gave you the answer, then I would rob you of something precious. I think that the act of self-discovery in the magical ways it reorders the mind she was referring to. A tarot epiphany, like the card Judgment. That's funny, we got Judgment. It holds spectacular power because it comes from within, but feels like it ultimately comes from something universal. Reflections at 4 a.m., revelations that come to you as you stand in the rain waiting for the bus, magical moments when tarot reading for a friend truly connects. These are the things that we want to keep and hold. Too precious to allow time to erase, and this is why we journal. Studying the tarot meanings is a practice that evolves. There's the world of learning 78 different cards, with each major exploding into untold possibilities. There's applying that to tarot reading and understanding how one card influences the other, and then there are flashes of insight that appear like messages from the goddesses. Journaling can help with each one of these. Jotting down the key points when you start, taking the best bits from each of your tarot guides to make your perfect personal guide, using the 2-card reflection section as journal of this journal to start building connections between cards and capturing those insights on paper before the mundane world can carry them away. So that's all I'm going to read of that one, because it looks like there's 2 more pages of it, but you get the point. It is a great place to start your tarot card journey reading adventure. That being said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for learning. And Sasha Bonasine, I love him. I'm going to put the link to him in the information below, and I hope you check him out. He has been amazing reader for me. He's very channeled, very centered, and he has this adorable accent. And he's a very handsome man, and he is so loving and insightful, and he likes to sing, and it is really a joy to get read by him. And I really hope that you guys reach out and take a look at his stuff. He does monthly readings, and he does, like, every now and then he'll do like a bi-weekly, just like a little update. So definitely check out Sasha Bonasine, psychic medium. He's just full of joy. I really like watching him. I hope that you guys have liked watching me, and I will see you next week. Next week we are going to be reviewing, because it also has a journal with it, we're going to be reviewing the Fountain Tarot. So please stay tuned for that. I should have that out shortly. Thank you, lovelies. Have an amazing day. Enjoy your tarot journey, and I will see you next time on Tarot Time with T. Take care, loves.